Say what you will about the fan service. I mean, whether you like it or well, actually, if you hate it, you wouldn't be coming to this series, would you? So yeah, but either way, the story just always like. Well, I suppose it's for me personally because of the mythology and stuff that has to come. So, well, I don't know what's to come, but the possibilities to come. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to Highschool DxD Episode 1 review. I will be reviewing both Episode 1 and 2 in two sections. So, this will be the Episode 1 section, and yeah, the Episode 2 section will be there wherever. If you want to go to the Episode 2 section, there will be the time link, I suppose, in the comment section below. And if there are any like novel readers from the series coming here, I must urge you not to tell me anything that is to come. I am an anime-only watcher when it comes to DxD, and yeah, I must ask you to refrain from posting any possible spoilers in the comments below, especially when it comes to theories, because I'll just be like, hang on, this seems a bit, you know? So yeah. If you are staying for the episode 1 section, welcome. If you are if you're going to the episode 2 section, I will see you then, and I hope you enjoy that section. So yeah, on to review. I must admit, when it comes down, when it comes down to DxD, say what you will about the fan service, it always has a thing that makes me want to come back, regardless of the fan service. Now, you probably might say that that's sad or strange, but to me, I'm more so interested in the mythology around it, because when no, it wasn't Issei, it was Rias. No, I think it was Kaiba that mentioned. No, I think it was Rias that mentioned Asgard, because where the Asgard was mentioned, I was like, the Norse gods, Loki, Odin, Thor, motherfuckers are here, are they? It brought a little tickle to my tummy, personally, for personal reasons, but besides that, I was actually intrigued. Well, Son Goku is in this, so I probably shouldn't really be surprised that the Norse gods are in here. Well, two, since it seems like Loki is, well, obviously on the evil side, but either way, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you a story. Scrolling around YouTube, searching for AMVs, and then I come across an AMV for DxD. But, well, I suppose a meep. It wasn't a meep, it was an anime mix. And I saw this section within the mix of a red-headed girl. I was like, oh, she looks cute, what's this? And then, you know, she was fighting, and then Issei comes in. Well, yeah, at the time I didn't know. And then just like goes to Phoenix during the chess battle, well, the first one, well, yeah, it was the only one, and I was just like, oh god, this looks good, what's that around him? And then, you know, Keno just uses a light, and I'm like, and then it just goes, and I'm just like, what is this anime? And let's scroll down into the comment section, no, not comments, in the description box, and then I was just like, okay, so there's a lot, okay, we'll go with that, and then finally happened when I click on the XD, I was like, oh, okay. The picture looks familiar. I see, and surprisingly, there was no fan service. But yeah, watching episode 1, I was like, okay, pervert. So okay, because at the time I didn't really know what harem was, or well, actually, no, or ecchi, because I didn't really know those genres. Yes, I was a filthy casual. sorry, I just felt like saying that. I normally say that to, you know, like people who play Jesus, what? What am I saying? The Facebook games, mainly, you know, saying, oh, and I'm just like, you filthy peasant. Anyway, watching the episode, and surprisingly, it didn't have an opening. I was like, oh, okay, right, fair enough, yeah, looks interesting, and I was just like, wait, what's that showing through? And then when came, you know, Rias going for the shower, I was like, oh, okay, here comes the tea scene. I was like, wait, what? Where's the holy light of Jesus? Where's the smog? And then I was just like, because I was on my laptop at the time in the living room with, well, obviously no one was watching it with me, but I was just like, right, this could be very compromising. So, closed the tab, went upstairs, and I was like, Right, what world have I dived into? So yeah, to sum it up, I found it accidentally and I'm an innocent little boy. Yeah. Sorry for the segue. So yeah, episode 1 started off pretty damn good, I am not going to lie. And what's interesting is when the training happened between the Oculus group and the Demon Dragon Lord, I think his name was Tyan, something along those lines. Again, I'm not good with first names, and I doubt, if he is there throughout the series, I'll probably remember him. But if not, then yeah, I'll just call him the Demon Dragon King. So yeah, I was like, oh shit, what's happening? What is this? And then it was a ruse brought on by Azazel, and I was like, oh okay, let's see. And then he said like this is for the training. What else? And it was an analysis for him. Even well, I knew it would be even before he said. I was like, oh okay, so you're just like seeing what you have to work with. And then when Rhea said those things, I didn't want to tell you, but since my brother-in-law said it, I started to question her leadership. Now, well, no, that's wrong. She's a good leader, I'm not gonna lie, but the problem, as Azazel stated, he pampers them too much, and cares for them overtly. I don't think that is right, but either way. And to be honest, we don't really know, obviously, her time before Issei came in, but I think Issei influenced her to become what she is now. But that could be like a stretch. She was probably like that before that. But either way, I think this training is not only for the Oculus group subordinates, but for the leader as a whole, because if she can lead them and command them and like has their loyalty, that's fair enough. But because she's involved in battle, as we know full well, she needs to be mentally prepared. And from what she said, she is not mentally prepared, because she should be thinking, okay, right, so you want to train them, but to do that we need to ambush them and make it a life or death situation. Fair enough, let's do that. But she won't, and the only reason why she did this is because her brother gave the okay. So yeah, to me, there's either going to be a new leader for the Oculus group, or, as I said, Rias is going to have to grow into a better leader, because it's surprising me how a person that has obviously seen battle, has been through battle, but while she does show care and concern for her subordinates, it extends too much to the point of being motherly love. Well, obviously not when it comes down to Issei. Obviously not. So yeah, I do hope that Rios does grow as a leader, but if she doesn't, then for the sake of the others and their lives, yeah, we're going to need a new person to lead them. And yeah, and I hope that this person isn't heartless. There needs to be a perfect balance for something like this, because especially when they're so used to it, otherwise respect will be lost. There needs to be the right amount of care, but the right amount of discipline, to the point where the leader acts coldly on the outside, but on the inside they actually care when it comes down to the battling. So yeah, that's just me. I mean, she may not. I mean, this is probably me overthinking something, but from the way Azazel said and from the way she said, it was logical to think like, oh god, this isn't going to go well, is it? So yeah, but we also find out during the episode that Koneko has a sister. Now, before all that, Koneko was obviously a little bit worried, and I don't really know. I mean, when it said Shiroen, I tried to search it up on Google, but all I get is Shiro in Highschool DxD. Now, I didn't click on that before any of you say. My God, that looked no. Sorry, that that just looked like bloody. Well, if I say that, it's a big spoiler. Never mind. I tried to search up Shirone demon or demon Shirone, but nothing really comes up. So yeah, which is strange, really. Because normally, most of the time when it comes down to the demons in DxD, it's normally from a common name. But yeah, so I was a little bit stumped. I was hoping to see what we're going to see when it comes to Koneko and his sister, but seems like I was hitting in the nuts with the road. So yeah. Speaking of that though, Issei. My God. I didn't really expect to have him think about the fallen angel, Yuma. Well, that wasn't really her name. I think it was Yuma that she pretended to use. Either way, for him to be thinking about her now is a little bit strange, but I suppose this isn't needed. But in my opinion, it wasn't, because to me, I thought he dealt with something like that in season 1, but it seems that for some reason it's holding on to him of sorts. But I suppose it does make sense, because while he is a pervert and while he does have strong and bold thoughts as well as actions on occasion, yeah, definitely on occasion, I think that, as strange as it sounds, that if a relationship were to rise with Rias, he would feel a little bit apprehensive for what Yuma did. Now, there obviously may seem more to it than that, but to me, that's what I'm thinking. It's just a theory at the moment, but it's not really sound. But it does make sense, even though it is kind of ironic when it comes down to his personality. So yeah, I mean, I really don't know why I would, considering, it was just like a one-time interaction. Granted, yes, she did go to kill him twice, but yeah, I just find it strange, but it's the most logical conclusion. So yeah, like, I'll give props. So if it does go into like a little bit of a backstory, I mean, that's this show's strong point, as well as its music, of course. Because, as we know, season 2, when it was Kaiba's past, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Because I didn't expect much from going into season 2, but when I saw Kaiba's backstory and whatnot, I was just like, biggest mistake ever. What do you think, not to expect much. So yeah. Oh yeah. Rias and obviously the other demon houses, well, no, they are demon. The demons' houses of the human world, the clubs are probably there. If there are more, we only know 2, are going back to the underworld to train. And this is an anti-terrorism group that they're preparing for against Lucifer, I think his name is, or Lucius. I don't really know. I get those 2 mixed up. I don't know if Satan's... Well, no. Yeah, I don't know if Satan's name was Lucifer, and he took on the name Lucius, or Lucifer. I don't fucking know. White English Dragon Boy. So yeah, I can see an alliance obviously forming with obviously the villains, so to speak, of the mythology, like obviously Loki being one, but to me he's a neutral evil. But they said she, and I was like, oh, okay, so they're playing on gender. I think it was she. They said she. Otherwise, I'm going crazy. So yeah, I can see a lot of interesting things happening and a war to come, which is obvious, as well as Rias questioning both her leadership skills, learning about Koneko, most definitely, with her sister, because this is Koneko's time to shine, and a chance for Issei to grow in both perverted reasons, and I suppose reasons, and as a man, Oh, as a man? No. As a prepubescent teenager, so he can push past what Yuma did to him, essentially, if it is affecting him. But, well, it is affecting him, so to speak, but in essence, not in a major way at the moment. I mean, he didn't really, like, draw back when it came to Akeno. But yeah, I suppose if it came to the Rias, he wants to treat her right, since, he adores her. But I am wondering why he doesn't call. Well, actually, he did call her Rias when they kissed for the first time, but now he just went back to calling it her president. But I suppose that's out of some respect, if anything else. But Rias wants to be called Rias by him because he calls Akeno, Zenovia, Zenovia, Asia, Asia. But to me, that's more of the brother-sister complex. Yes, I know. Yes, she was in the bed naked with him, but still, he just treats her like a sister. Again, yes, I know I don't have strange things or anything, but even before Rias made a loser innocence, because let's face it, it was Rias' fault. Before all that, it was just a brother sister complex for me that I got with them. So yeah. So far this was a strong episode, long ass review, but I suppose the story I did added some time onto it. So yeah. Now is the episode 1 section. I'll be debating whether or not I should rate episodes when I watch episode 2 now, but until then, I will, if you are just staying for the episode 1, thank you for watching. I will see you for episode 3's reviews tomorrow. But if you're staying for the whole ride, then see you in a bit. The motherfucker just ended on me! Hello everybody, welcome to the episode 2 review section of Highschool DxD Born. If you are just coming here, from what I said with the episode 1, I must stress again, if you are a light novel reader, please do not spoil anything for myself or my viewers, because I am an anime-only watcher when it comes down to this, and I do not plan on reading the light novels. I do apologize. So, yeah, now I understand why I couldn't find a demon called Shirone, because there isn't a demon called Shirone. Shirone is actually a Nico. Well, actually, I didn't really look up Shirone Nico, or Shirone Cat Spirit? Let's try. Shirone Cat Spirit. Oh wait, did I say Cat Shrine? No. Cat Spirit. Spelled spirit wrong. No, there isn't. Okay, so it's just a random name. Fair enough, fair enough. Normally, this show does, well, this series rather, does use pretty iconic names when it comes down to demon, angel, fallen angel lore, and obviously the Norse lore, as episode 1 said. So yeah. Episode 2, we learned about Koneko. Koneko got character development. She is both a demon as well as a Nico, which actually surprised me because I think we've seen the cat effects before. I've only taken note of them in season 3 because obviously I'm coming back to it. But if there's been cat symbols, like I think there was some upon her gloves. I could be wrong. But either way, I didn't really take note of them because I thought they were just for aesthetic reasons. But in essence, they were technically foreshadowing because, yeah, while obviously it was made obvious in this episode now, yeah, I'm just actually surprised if it was, the cat aesthetics were there. Whether it was intended for it to be a Nico to begin with remains to be seen. But either way, subtle foreshadowing to be sure. So I give props to that. So, We learn about Koneko. She and her sister were both originally cats before they became Nico. And their mother died, leaving them alone. Obviously, no, yeah, just continue. And a demon lord found Koneko's sister. I do not know her name. Unless it was said at the end. Do not judge me. Give me 1 second. It is... Hello, Shione. One more. It is... Kuroka. Kuroka. So, Kuroka... when she was under the care of a demon lord, her power went out of control or something, and she killed her demon master. And because of this, when she fled the scene, ran off, whatever, they were going to dispose of Koneko. But Sarsex was like, no, we're not going to do that, and gave her to Rias, so she could literally learn to be a human, because Rias obviously has, from being in the human world. I don't know if she was in the human world at the time, but I'm just going by that. And taught her to learn happiness and all other emotions, as ironic as that sounds, since she's more of the apathetic type character. But she obviously has shown her feelings most of the time, embarrassment, etc., etc. So yeah, and with this episode's ending, I do think that there's going to be a fight between the two, hopefully, like a little brief battle. So yeah, character development for Koneko, which I suspected in episode 1, since what feck now. Oh, where is it? Kuroka said in episode at the end of episode 1. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, we find out. Now, this may mean nothing, or it may mean something, that most of Odin's peers, and I'm assuming that this is Loki, which is kind of ironic, since Loki has formed an alliance with people that, well, with races that his father, well, no, was it his father? Or stepfather, isn't it? Either way, I'm not good with my Norse mythology, but either way, I think, stepfather. He formed an alliance with the people that he didn't want his father to form an alliance with, which is kind of strange. No, it's a she. Loki's a she in this, isn't she? Yeah, damn it, sorry. So yeah, I'm just assuming that's Loki, but with the mention of Azazel needing to use Brachiel to act as a bodyguard for him, and saying that not many people under his kingship, I should say, are actually on the high spirit, on the what's the phrase? On the agreeing side with him being with the demons, the fallen angels, and the angels, I'm assuming, since Michael is going to be there in a moment. So yeah, probably meant nothing, or it probably meant something, since Loki was mentioned being in this alliance in episode 1, and Azazel did say a name for it. I don't think it's the name of the group, but I've forgotten it. But either way. So yeah, this was another episode. Well, this was another training episode. Well, it wasn't really a full training episode, but it was brief. What's interesting, when it went to Kaiba's training, when it panned to the leg of, I'm assuming it was I think it was a girl, why it didn't show her remains to be seen. Now, there's something interesting about that. When they went to the house, next to Griefer, I'm assuming that's it, because it just seems so obvious that is a character that's going to be used. Reasons because, I mean, you can tell with all the playing characters are just there for background and aesthetic reasons. But with her, it was just too obvious that was someone important or had meaning for the story. I'm probably reading too much into it, but with something like that, making someone stand out instead of, because you're supposed to look at Griefer when it was panned at that section, but to make someone look towards that, it was either intended or it was accidentally unintentional. And if it was unintentional, then that is kind of a fuck up on the animating part, no offense, but still, I mean, like, if my eyes are being drawn to her, I mean, granted, I disagree for her thing, but if my eyes are being drawn to that person next to her, and it wasn't intended, then something has gone wrong. So yeah, well, what's nice is how Rias's mother, thinks of Issei as a suitor, well, a plausible suitor, because when it went episode 12, I think it was, live away when he went to get Rias back from Riser. And then he just yells out, "Only I can take Rias's virginity," and then it was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean..." Like, yeah, I'd be embarrassed. It was a good job the father wasn't there, because I'm sure he'd beat his ass down. Yeah, the father, though, speaking of the father, wanted to build a castle and give 50 maids, and I was just like, oh god, and then Rias was just like, "No, father, you can't force other cultures," and then, no, it wouldn't help Issei, and it wouldn't help him. It would probably help him, because Azazel would be like, "What's the problem?" It would help with his training. It literally would help with his training. But, yeah, because she knows him so well, it's like a big fat nunu. So, yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. We met Kendall's father for the first time, which... I knew there was obviously animosity between them. But, I was kind of hoping for, a little bit of a fight scene between those two, but, yeah. He's loyal to Azazel, which kind of caught me off guard. Well, loyal, listening to his orders is one... loyal and listening to his orders is one thing, but either way, I didn't really think it would be with Azazel, Yes, he's a fallen angel. Before it'd be like, the other fallen angels, I was like, oh, stem off. Because he seemed like the type of guy. Well, at least what Kenna was saying about him. So yeah, what else? We met a new guy. The top demon of the younger demon classes, which I don't remember his name. But I remember Brachial, which is strange because I didn't even see the fucker. I think I pronounced his name right. I could be wrong. Alright, I do hope we get to see Belial in this series. Come on, give me Belial! I'm trailing off, sorry. Oh yeah, speaking of training, I know this is all topsy-turvy, but while Issei trained well and his endurance was commendable, as Azazel said, he needs a catalyst to actually activate the balance breaker. Now, I'm assuming, because it has been a while, that the balance breaker is the Welsh Dragon form. And if that's the case, and he thought about Rias when he was cuddling himself as a leaf, why can't he do that to, essentially get his lewd thoughts into the power of his sacred gear, and essentially go balance... Yeah, it is balance breaker. Yeah, and go into his Welsh Dragon form. Yeah, or just bring a porn magazine. Just in battle running, like, oh yes, look at this, and then, he just goes into the Welsh Dragon form. So, yeah. But, I am intrigued to see what this catalyst would be. I mean, what more of a catalyst would he need? I mean, like, he's got lovely Xenophia. Yes, I like Xenophia. Best girl. I'm probably going to get some hate. Like, yes, I like Akeno and Rias, but still, I like Xenophia more. Leave me alone. Because she is glorious, and when, she went, well, with Arcia, of course, to sleep with Issei, and I was just like, you bastard. And then she was just laid out like that. I was like, oh my god. I'll make babies with you. So, yeah. Good episode. It was a information-heavy episode, of all things considered, like, brief, subtle hints, probably meaningless, but probably meaningful, more so for the Odin section. But yeah, we've got set up for a fight, character development for Koneko, foreshadowing for a possible death of Odin, probably thinking too strongly on that, but a fight probably coming between him and Loki. So yeah. And yeah, and everyone grown as a character more so with their training, but obviously hints at Issei is probably going to need something more than just his imaginative skills, which is kind of strange, since when he imagined Rias, when he was in art class, he sculpted her body and her entire naked body. So yeah, nice episode. No, actually, it was a good episode. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it more so because, I like the hints of the demon and mythology more so. I just like hearing them and learning about it briefly. So yeah, really good, solid episode. A character-driven episode, I must say. And I look forward to the fight to come between Kokura and Koneko. So yeah, I'll see you next time for episode 3. Good day.